Hi, I actually made a video last night and it was a horrible video because I was just not feeling like talking. And today I am giving yet another shot in making another video. Actually, right now I am 4 to 5 pegs down, so I think maybe now I really feel like talking. Yesterday I was forcing a lot because nowadays I don't actually feel like talking, but I have this very deep want inside me to make a YouTube video about whatever whatever I know, whatever I have understood about the nature of reality. So I just wanted to talk about it. I i don't i don't want to change people out there. I have no interest in changing people out there, but but there was a very deep desire to at least once yell, tell whatever it is. Just wanted to tell how things are. You could say it's my personal subjective reality, but for me it's yeah, even for me as well, let me consider it an subjective reality as well. Let me consider it just a subjective reality. Let's not call it an objective reality, because objective reality depends upon the validation of the people, and I don't expect whatever I'm going to say is going to be accepted by a lot of people. And since it's not going to be accepted, so it's not so people are not going to label it as the objective reality. So yeah, it's fine with me. I just wanted to share how things are. I i'm not i i, I just i'm not interested in how things should be. Yeah, I'm just not interested. I'm fine with I wanted to change things from a very 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 long time. And with time I just have this realization that it's fine, everything's okay. There's no need to change anything. And if I really want to change anything, then I will not talk about it. I will actually take the action. Now, I also believe that people who actually want to change, people who actually want to make a change, uh, I mean, the people whose desires are really, really deep, there is some purity in their desire. They go and act. They don't talk about it. They don't come on YouTube and bark about it. They actually come on the ground and do things. And I'm not also praising them. I'm not saying, hey, it's the right thing to do, go and take action. It just I also sometimes escape through words. I also escape through words. Even right now I'm also escaping through words, because when you talk about things, a part of you believes that you are actually taking action, but in reality you are just creating yet another drama. It's all drama. Yeah, it's all drama. All Every word, every problem where you don't see an action is actually a drama. I don't Why am I making this video a complicated one? Okay. Whenever I'll say thing which I think people are not going to be able to understand. I'll try my best to uh, I'll try my best to make it easier to understand. Like for instance, I just said, what did I say? Fuck, I forgot it. I mean, there was something I said because of which I said that I should not talk about complex things. But yeah, if it will come again, I'll try my best to explain it in simpler terms. Yeah, I'm thinking, what the hell was I thinking? Well, there is no need to remember it, it's fine. There are a lot of things which I believe I'm going to say which would be very hard for me to explain it in simpler terms. So it's okay. I can, I have this whiteboard on my laptop on, so I can use it to explain things. I I'm not very good at it. I've never done it, so please don't expect me to be a pro. But yeah, I can give it a shot. Or this could be a draft video as well, so that is fine as well. Yeah, okay. Last night I made the video, and I thought I will make a video first and then I will decide what uh, after after making the video I will decide the topic of the video based on that video, but that was not working. So but I'm thinking, let's just give this video a topic and then talk about it, huh? I was thinking the topic of the nature of reality, but I don't I don't know if people are going to be interested in it. But regardless of it, I wanted to make a video about it. So why not make it? But what I what I believe is that people would be more interested in uh, getting a cure for their suffering. One thing I wanted to make clear, that this video is for this video is primarily made for the people whose age is at least of 25 years. Below 25 years, I do not think I'm not I'm not creating any restriction. Watch who whatever your age is. If you want to watch, just watch. If you don't want to watch, don't watch. But I just wanted to make one thing clear, that I believe if your age is below 25, I don't think you won't be able to understand this video. So you can actually please close the video if your age is below 25. But yeah, if you want to watch, you can watch as well. That's your time. You spend wherever you want to spend. Yeah, okay. So the topic, yeah, I was thinking of uh, I was thinking of making the video about the nature of reality. Actually, actually, I had a YouTube channel earlier, and I'm expecting uh, I'll upload the video on the same channel. So it's been around 5 years since I made a YouTube video. I actually stopped making video because with time, at my fifth or sixth video, I was realizing that whatever I am saying on my YouTube video, I myself am not following that. So I was the feeling of being an hypocrite was actually hurting me a lot. I was like, what's the point? I am just not eligible enough to talk about things, to actually tell people what to do. So this is just not right. I'm not the best. There are people out there who have spent who have a lot far great experience in their life. People would be better if they listen to them instead of listening to me, because my words are constantly changing. So that's why I stopped making YouTube videos. And I also promised myself that if one day I'll get into the state where my words or my understanding of life does not change for at least 6 months. If they don't change, then I'll make a YouTube video. So, and it's been roughly around 1.5 years since my understanding of life has not changed. It's intact, but yeah, the way in which I explain whatever my understanding is, that changes, and I think that is going to change for the rest of my life as well. But what I have understood is just not going to change. I don't think so. It's been a lot of time. It's been 1.5 years. And what is exactly which I have understood that no one can take away from me? It's actually kind of stupid, but it's simply the fact that there was fucking nothing to understand. And instead, it is because I understood a lot of things in my life that I was suffering. So yeah, but you know, uh, one thing I want to make very very clear out of my video, that whatever I'm going to say, I'm not going to say by reading a book. I've read a bunch of books. I've read a lot of books, but I just wanted to say things out of pure experiential perspective. Otherwise, what's the point? You otherwise I will just tell you to fucking read this book. Why if a man is listening to me, I think it makes sense if whatever I'm saying should be coming from my direct experience, instead of copying and even if let's say even if I have read some fact out of a book, then particular fact must be verifiable from my own experience. Otherwise, I won't say it. Yeah, yeah, that was yet another disclaimer. Hmm. So yeah, what was I saying? The topic, the nature of reality. Yeah, no one is going to be interested in such a topic. Then let's fucking drop this topic. Let's talk about a topic which I believe, if not everyone, but most of the people would be interested in, which is the topic of suffering. Yeah, okay, yeah, suffering makes more sense. Hmm. Yeah, suffering sounds like a sensible topic to me. Can talk about suffering. Hmm. I can talk about. I can give you the answer in fucking one line, but you won't. I don't think anyone would be in a readily state to accept that line. A man suffers because he doesn't do whatever he wants to do. As simple as that. Yeah, okay. Let's start with the beginning. Let me let me use my pen and paper. वर्किंग। यस। अरे यार कंट्रोल जेड नहीं हो रहा क्या? ओके। I actually do not know what to write. Hmm. Let me just play a little. Maybe it will click. I have a lot of things to say. I had a lot of things to say, and right now I don't know why I'm feeling blank. Hmm. You know, even this word is actually very confusing. The word, this word of suffering. On the deepest level, there are simply two types of suffering. There is this drama suffering. Let's call it DM. Oh no, DS. And there is this physical suffering. Yeah, it is majorly stress. This is all stress. And this is majorly physical suffering. This is depression, anxiety, trauma, trauma, fear. Yeah. Hmm. And the thing is, every human being out there is going, which is at least of the age of 25. It could be, it's not, it's not something fixed. It could happen below the age of 25 as well, but majorly when the plasticity of the brain is done, this starts to happen. And this feeling of this depression, anxiety, trauma, fear, this is nothing but the body tries to get rid of the character. Yeah, Kushal, please don't talk about complex stuff. Okay, forget about everything. Forget about everything. I'll start from the beginning. I'll start from the beginning. Beginning. Yeah, beginning. Beginning. Okay. Let's go to the beginning of the mankind. Oh no. Let's go to the animals. Okay. Let's go to a deer. Deer. Okay, deer. Yeah, deer sounds more sensible to me. Okay, this is a deer. Let me make a deer. Hmm. Okay, this is a deer. Yeah. Hmm. What does exactly deer wants out of his life? Well, primarily, deer only wants majorly. There are two things which deer wants for his survival purposes. First, the deer wants food. Another thing the deer wants is to not become the food. So let's say let's not try to not become the food. Let's write danger. Or maybe let's write a lion. Okay. So nature wanted to cover this distance for the deer. So nature wanted just to communicate with the deer कि hey deer, go after food, go after food, go after food. But how would nature actually communicate? So what nature did was that nature introduced the element of pleasure and said, hey deer, if you'll go after food, you will get this pleasure. Also, for the survival of this deer, nature also told the deer to stay away from the lion. And for the sake of communication, nature told the deer, nature introduced the element of pain here. Yeah, the element of pain. But if you look more closely, you will understand that this pleasure was also a sort of pain. And what pain was it? Pain of not getting, please ignore my bad writing, this pleasure, this pain and this pain. Am I making this complicated? Maybe a little. This could also be called pain of not getting this pleasure. It could also be called as fear. Fear of not getting the pleasure and fear of this pain from the lion. We'll try to explain it again. I think I'm making this a little complicated. Listen, I actually never tried to explain this thing. It was just all in my mind. This is the first time I'm writing somewhere, so maybe I'm having a little difficulty in explaining things to you. But yeah, let's try it one more time, okay? Yeah, let's try it one more time. Deer food, lion. Fear of not getting pleasure. One form of fear. Fear of pain. So basically, every time if deer sees the food, then the fear of not getting the pleasure of food emerges in the deer, and the deer goes after food. And again, if deer sees a lion, then the fear of being eaten by a lion emerges in the deer, and then deer take actions. This fear is what is exactly leading to the action of the deer. I hope it makes sense now. So every time deer is taking action, it is taking out of fear. So deer is going after food because of fear of not getting the pleasure from the food, and the deer is staying away from the lion because of fear of the pain which the lion can give the deer if lion will eat the deer. Fear of, yeah, you got the point, I guess. But there are moments in the life of the deer when the deer is sated. The deer is not hungry and there is no lion around him. The deer is sitting calmly on the ground. My question is the deer there? Now, this is the point where most of the people are not going to agree, but my argument is that the deer is not there. When there is no fear, there is no deer. अरे वाह, चल राइम कर गया. Didn't expect this, yeah. The point is, the character of the deer is there to give higher survival chances to the deer. And if the deer is in a place where there is no need for the character, then even the deer is not there. Now, I am not telling you that the deer is not alive, the deer is not dead. That is the debate is for you to do. That is just, you can do it all the time. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, my point is the existence of the deer depends upon the circumstances, depends upon the environment. It is not the deer which is going after the food. It is the environment, it is a stimulus which is creating the action inside the deer. And the deer is then taking action upon the stimulus. It could also be said that deer is the response to the stimulus. The stimulus could be food, then the stimulus could be lion. Yeah, I think it makes sense now. Yeah, this video is going good as of now. So this is the story of deer. And I know you will not agree to me that no, it's not possible for the deer to be not there. But my point is, it's like the software in the computer. The software only turns on when there is a stimulus around it. This software of this laptop only operates when I click a button. If I don't click a button, it does not operate. But what about humans? Why exactly? How is this going to? How is this related to the suffering of humans? Yeah. Okay, let me come to that. My point is, human beings primarily भैंस की क्या वर्ड था? My English is very bad, very bad, but I have to use English language only मैं हिंदी यूज़ नहीं कर सकता. इफ़ आई यूज़ हिंदी देन आई विल बिकम ओवर एक्सप्रेसिव, which I believe is not safe, especially when you live in the country like India. Uh, Actually, the thing is, I made a video in Hindi language last year in the month of January 2025. Yeah, but I never uploaded it because I ended up over expressing a lot. I ended up abusing a lot. Yeah, I just said a lot of things which I think won't be safe for me. If by any chance this my video got some traction though, so this video is not safe for me. I actually do not care a lot about my life, but the thing is, I also don't want to die uh, for a big noble purpose. I just don't want to. I i want to die like a mosquito. So yeah, that is my personal wish. Okay, that's why I'm not speaking in Hindi. Or maybe I will speak in Hindi someday if I'll gain some control over my words. Currently I don't have a lot of control, so I'm speaking in English language. Primarily. primarily primarily I was using the right word. Yeah, cool. More than anything else. Yeah. What was I talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah, why human beings? Yeah. And how was this dear point related to the suffering of human beings? um the thing is, this character which I'm talking about, which was in the case of deer, when the food was not there, the character was not there. When the lion was not there, the character was not there. In the case of human, even without the food or even without a lion, there is this continuation in our character. Does not matter even if we are sleeping or if we are in the awake state, but the character is there. Maybe it's not there in the sleep state, in a very deep sleep state, but in the awake state it is always present, which is not the case in the case of animals. That is exactly why I maintain, I believe, no, I don't believe, I know that the intelligence of a street dog is far, 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 far greater than any human in history ever born. Now, this statement could sound derogatory for a lot of people, but I made this statement from the context, in the context of peace, happiness, truth. I did not make this statement from the context of survival chances. Of course, the survival chances of human are the best out there, but I'm not talking about survival chances here. This video is not going to give you. Uh, this video is not for any. It is not going to give you any higher survival chances. This is not going to give you any power, sex, money. This video is not about that. Apparently this video is not going to make you any peaceful as well, so yeah, that's very sad. That's very sad. But why did I make such a huge statement that I cannot tell you anything to be peaceful? The thing is, you are the virus of the computer, and virus of the computer can never be at peace. The best thing, a virus, okay, let me, I just made a judgment that you are the virus of the computer. Let me just explain to you why you are the virus of the computer. The thing is, that existence of yours, that existence of the deer which was going after the food and going away from the lion, that existence or that character or that software of the computer dies when the stimulus is not there. But in the case of humans, it is continuously alive, which is actually giving more stress to the body. And for some unknown reason, or maybe to provide this character actually gives this body higher survival chances, but it has a cost. It has a cost of suffering. As long as we are bound to suffer. The best thing a man can ever reach to is not peace, happiness, blissful enlightenment, liberation, or whatnot. Uh, I should not, maybe not label it as the best thing. Yeah, it is what it is. It happens to some people, but still, yeah, the best thing a man can actually, the best place reach to is actually death. Death of the character. The same death which was happening in the case of deer every single time when there was no stimulus of food or lion. And this is a very weird thing to accept, that what the hell am I talking about? What death? Death of what? Dude, the death of the character. But I was I was born in 1995, 1998, 2000, 2002, whatever, 1990, and then I will die one day. That is that. No, what the hell am I talking? What kind of death is this? September 2024. I was I was talking with this girl, and then I was arguing a lot, and when she left after arguing, when she blocked me, yeah, whatever, when she blocked me, I was continuously thinking. I just wanted to get rid of that thinking, or that overthinking, that hey, why did I say this? I could have said that. Oh, there was a lot of drama. I was actually a lot of in I was literally in a very deep state of stress, and I started writing, but even writing didn't help. So I went to the park, and when I was in the park, I was walking, and while walking, I realized that in all this stress of why is she doing this to me? Why am I going through all this stress? I suddenly realized that I'm having fun in all this drama. And then a quote emerged. I have I heard of that quote from the words of a non-guru named Yogi Krishnamurti. But this was the first time that I felt that quote through my bones. And what was that quote? It's still my favorite quote of all time. top number one quote. What was the quote? uh, you are not going to accept it, but yeah, still, regardless of it, I would like to say it. We'll be like, fucking say it, but yeah, okay, I'm saying it. The quote was, there are no problems. I was actually having fun in that drama, but why would I do it? I was literally feeling stressful. Well, simply because stress or drama, human drama, is the biggest escapism from that depressive state, from that anxiety, traumatic, fearful, whatever state you want to call it, existential pain, whatever state you want to call it. और हिंदी में कुछ लोग बोलते हैं बहुत घबराहट हो रही है, घबराहट हो रही है. And when I said to myself that there are no problems, I suddenly realized that hey, not I'm in a different. I'm thinking if I should share this or not. Yeah, let's share it. Yeah, let's share it. It's been a lot of time. Let's fucking share everything. So I suddenly realized that I'm in a different dimension. Let me not romanticize the word dimension. I was just, let me make it put it in simpler words. I was just not able, I was not feeling everything the way I used to feel. Okay, let us not use the word dimension. Let's just say I was feeling everything. Everything was different. It was the feeling that I suddenly wake up from a dream. Everything I was living was just a dream, and then I suddenly woke up from the dream. Or maybe I was awake from my whole life, and now I was in a sleep state. So basically it was just different. and and also this was the first time I was just not able to. I was continuously asking myself, where am I, where am I, where am I, where am I, because my existence died somewhere, and I do not know when. It did not happen when I was talking to that girl, and when I realized that quote, there are no problems. It happened maybe a month ago, maybe in last month, maybe in the August, and I realized in September, or maybe it happened in the early September, but it happened maybe a week, 2 week, or 3 weeks ago. And I was so busy in my life that I just was not seeing. I was not taking a break. I was not seeing around myself, and that incident just pushed me to see everything around me. And yeah, it was quite strange. It was very strange, because this was the first time I experienced death of the character. And 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 uh, this statement is actually incorrect. There is no way you can experience the death of your character, because death itself is the ending of all experiences. There is no pleasure, no pain, no peace, no freedom, no love, no bliss, no enlightenment, no unity, no fucking nothing, not even you. There is just nothing. It could also be said that time stops. Time stops uh, between this stimulus. Like for instance, if a beautiful girl is in front of me, then my character will show up if I am attracted to her. If an tasty food will come in front of me, my character will show up. If a danger will come in front of me, my character will show up. And then when the girl will go away, the food will go away, the danger will go away, it will slowly go down. And I cannot even I, I can't even tell you that this is a binary. either I am alive or I am dead. It's it's actually intensical. Intensical is a word? No, I don't think intensical is a word. Basically, there is this intensity of aliveness. For instance, if the girl is highly available for me to date, then the character which will bring about, which will show up, the aliveness of the character will be extremely high. Rather, if a girl with whom I'm not attracted to will show up, or you can say an ugly girl, whatever, I don't find her attractive, so the character won't be as much alive as it would have been in the case of a beautiful girl. So yeah, uh, it's not binary, and that's why I think I actually in my past, this was the experience of this deathful experience was of 2024, September 2024. But in my past, in September 2023, I actually had a very deep metaphysical experience, because of which I focused my life from cracking a 30, 40, 50 lakh package job to getting enlightenment actually. That metaphysical experience in September 2023, which happened, for some unknown reason, I it's not that I'm not comfortable sharing my personal story. I just don't want to. I just don't want to share my personal story. I don't know why. I just don't want to. So I'll just go to the periphery of the story, that I was in a very deep, excruciating pain in the month of September, and then one day while watching a movie, The Little Prince, I had a metaphysical experience from the dialogue of that movie, uh, which actually forced me to go after this enlightenment thing, because I was like, no amount of money, power, fame is going to give me as much pleasure as this one. Uh, all my life I have been rational. I'm still rational, even if a guy come, and then if the person will tell me that he had this and that experience, I still don't buy that for some unknown reason. But something happened to me, so and that's maybe that is exactly why I don't feel very much comfortable sharing such experiences. So and I also believe every other person has different kind of experience, so people start to compare who, this man looks closer to truth, so maybe you should have that, you should have that particular experience, then only you will have, then only you will feel that, oh, I'm getting closer to truth. No, no, all this, with time I realized that all this experience game is just another status game. Hey, I had this experience of love, intense love, I was feeling love. I had this experience of God. I mean, people say this, I have this experience of God. I had this experience where I was feeling connected to everything. I had this experience where I don't know where I was this experience where I was out of the world. Dude, all these experiences you are feeling, nature's text messages, nothing else. And I don't expect you to buy this. I don't expect you. It's fine. I just wanted to say things. I just wanted to say things, at least for once, if not making a permanent YouTube channel where I will continuously upload my video, but at least for once I wanted to say things, that this I recently watched this reel from the channel of Prakar Ke Pravachan, and there was this guy who was defining enlightenment, and he was saying that the definition of enlightenment is permanent blissful consciousness. So basically, that's the image a normal man is sold, that if you will get enlightened, you will feel this intense. You will be, if not you will be in the state of continuous pleasure, at least you will be in the state of peace. But the thing is, every experience you are feeling is nothing but a subtle form of that pleasure and pain. For example, a lot of, for example, the forms of pleasure could be love, uh, dopamine. What else? मैं इसके आगे बात तो नहीं चल रहा मेरा. Or example of pain could be, the example of pain could be a lot. Boredom is an example of pain. Boredom, stress, anxiety, fear, trauma, tension, agitation, irritation. So examples of pleasure could be orgasm as well. So yeah, all these are just text messages of nature. If there is a lot of pleasure in the orgasm, nature is saying, hey, go after that, because that's what nature likes to do, to reproduce. So nature has introduced a lot of pleasure in sex and food as well. I'm not against of anything, okay? I'm not against of sex, food, anything. And uh, did I make this clear or not? I don't remember. Let me repeat it if I didn't. I don't want you to tell you to what to do. You do whatever you want to do. Okay? I just wanted to explain how things are because I wanted to. And this video is primarily for me only. Because if I won't make this video, then I'll suffer. Why? Because I was using my free will. I was using my free will from a very long time. And the question that free will exists or not, I would say yes, the free will exists, and that is exactly the reason why human being suffers. I'll give you my example only. I wanted to make this video from at least 1.5 years, but I did not. Out of maybe I was afraid of losing my image. Hey, because after this video, there is an extremely high chance that I am going to be labeled as a psycho. And yeah, well, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, you do whatever you want to do. But still, there was this. I did not. It just does not feel safe when you say things which are against of 8 billion people. Okay, so it's not about courage, it's about simple reason, it's about simple logic, that if you have decided that you are going to live with these people, then why are you saying against them? The people you're going to live with, they are not going to accept whatever you are saying, and they are also going to, actually the thing is, the people who know me, naturally a part of them won't be able to stop them to label me as a psycho. Naturally, it's not even there, it is not even in their control. And I understand that, and maybe that's why I was not making this video. But yeah, I guess I guess now I just don't want to use my free will anymore. And that's the thing. And that's the thing about free will. The more you will use your free will, the more you will suffer, because using free will is using the credits of character. It will the thing is, body wants to do something. My body wanted to make this video, but there was this part inside me was saying, you should not make this video because of XYZ. And that's why, and there was this division. Basically every choices you make is because of the free will. Oh, no, what the hell am I saying? I'm sorry. Every choices we are making are actually deepening our suffering. Yeah. Why? Because the choice is always based upon the reason. And we are emotional being. But let me continue uh, whatever I was talking about on the whiteboard. Let us talk about what happens when we make a choice. What exactly happens? A friend of mine played politics with me. Me, let's just not me, let's just not I. Yeah. I, friend. Okay. This friend of mine played politics with me. It hurt me. Politics. Hmm. It hurt me. What did I do? Well, I love my friend. I can die for my friend. So I let it go. I thought, yeah, well, it's fine. He's playing politics with me. He's my friend. It's fine. I love the man. It's okay. It's not very deep. So let it go. Let it go. But part of me wanted to take the revenge. I do not understand. Should I actually uh should I actually take my revenge or let it go because I love the man? But I love the man more. So I thought, okay, yeah, he's my friend. Let it go. And what happens when you let it go? When you let it go, the body, let's just use the body only. The body goes through pain. Pain of what? Pain of duality. What kind of duality? Well, part of you wanted to take revenge and part of you wanted to let it go. That is a duality. And it happens when you don't express yourself, because human being is nothing but a fucking reacting machine. Every time you don't react, you suffer. But here's an interesting part. To get rid of that suffering, you can, I'm getting a little serious because this is the exact point where nature lost and the vicious species ever born, called human beings, won for the very first time. Actually, I just forgot what I was talking about. Maybe it's because it's 4 a.m. in the morning. So, to get rid of that resistance, which occurred because part of you wanted to take revenge, part of you wanted to express, and part of you was playing the game of reason. So, that reason and the emotion created the resistance. I'll try to make it more simpler because I think it's the most important part of the video. I want to यार बहनचोद क्या कर रहा है भोसड़ी के I I want I want to, let's say, slap him. Okay, slap him, or revenge. Want to let it go. Sometimes even animal has this, animal also is in this state. But let me talk about human first. Okay, let's not, it will only become more confusing. So we live with this part majorly. We don't react a lot. Nowadays people are more like, let it go, just let it go. And when you live with this, there is this wanting. This wanting only, there is this wanting is suppressed inside the body. And wanting is nothing but fear. Let me explain it to you. How wanting is fear? Wanting is what? I want to eat chocolate. Can I also say there is this fear of not getting the pleasure of chocolate? It's the same thing. And in the case of my friend as well, there is the fear of not taking that revenge. The fear is also of losing the friendship, but I'm not talking about that fear. Wanting is all about fear. I want to eat chocolate because the fear is the motivating force which actually tells us to go after things. And this fear takes place inside the body. Let me create a human body. And interestingly, this fear takes place at the bottom of the spine, this part. Even this point, I'm not telling you by reading any book. After that metaphysical experience of mine, which happened in September 2023, my awareness was shifted inside the body, and I was able to feel whatever going inside my body, like I was never able to. But yeah, you don't have to believe me. Don't accept anything what I'm saying. My audience is actually a logical audience. I'm expecting, yeah, the believers are not my audience actually. My audience is, I'm expecting my audience to be logical. So please don't expect me. Please don't accept whatever I'm saying. Yeah, that is, you don't have to believe. Just don't believe that fear sits at the bottom of the spine. That there is this fear in the body. Okay, that you can accept, I guess. That you understand. Don't accept that as well. Don't accept fucking nothing. And that fear is now for the body to be taken care of. The body will take care of that fear. How? Well, the body is the most intelligent thing out there. It has fucking billions and billions of years of data. No psychologist, no philosopher, no religion, no nothing is compared to a fucking animalistic body of a fucking dog, fucking street dog. And I'm saying in the context of peace, truth, happiness. Okay, I'm not saying in the context of survival. When the question is of survival, yeah, human being won. No one can match against them. I'm talking in the context of peace, truth, happiness. Okay, only. So yeah, there's this fear inside the body, and now the body tries, because since the body is very intelligent, the body tries to get rid of that junk emotion of fear. Hey, why is this ball there? Let's just not assume that it sits at the bottom of the spine. It could be here. It is just in the body. Okay, or basically don't even accept fear. You can also accept want as well. There was this want to take your revenge from that friend. So what happens is the fear starts to express out, and it hurts us. So what we do now, and this was the point which I was talking, that where the vicious species called human being was born and the nature lost for the very first time. When this pain sparks, we eat a chocolate. We eat something tasty. We go and look for sex. We go we go and masturbate. We keep ourselves busy, life problems. We go after a friend, talk. मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ कुछ मैच भी हो रहा है तो लिख रहा ठीक. Yeah, okay. we get into serious life problems. All these things are survival things. When you talk to another being, it is the collection of data. More the data you have, higher you will live, longer you will live. So the body is like, yeah, there is this pain and the body has to get rid of. But hey, I am getting this survival, higher survival chances. So let's just eat the chocolate. Let's just masturbate. Let's just eat this food. Let's just go and solve life problem. There is so much pollution in Delhi. Oh, so that's exactly what we do. Now one might wonder, oh, okay, so this is what we do. So technically, what you are saying, Kushal, that we should not do this, we should not do this, and we should sit with the pain. No, I'm not saying this. This is fucking. This is J Krishnamurti. I'm not saying this. J Krishnamurti says, yes, if there is pain, you sit with the pain. I don't. Well, if you want to sit with the pain, sit with the pain. That's what the saints and sages did with their life. They kind of understand this game and they were like, okay, there is this pain in the body and everything they are doing is in the escape of that pain. So let's just sit with the pain. And that was the birth of the meditation. Yeah, that's the birth of meditation. You sit with the pain. But answer me honestly, why exactly do you sit with the pain? Come on, tell me. Why do you sit with the pain? You sit with the pain to get rid of that pain. And why do you want to get rid of that pain? Was that your real want? Or because a random fucking YouTuber like me or random book told you, hey, or random person told you, sit with the pain and the pain will end? Why do you believe me? Why do you do it? Because honestly speaking, I told you earlier, I'm not telling you what to do. And I understand human tendency to find out the answers of everything, but I'm not here to give you any answers. I'm here to tell you that there are fucking no answers and all the questions were a trap. All these fucking questions, let's just this okay, let this biggest question answer, the biggest fucking question: how to be happy. How to be happy. Let me talk about it. How to be happy. The question how to be happy is based upon the belief that there is such a thing as happiness. And if there is such a thing as happiness, then why the fuck does everyone has this different definition of happiness? The question is there to fucking keep the mankind in the loop of searching the happiness. And why, why we want to keep looking for happiness? Because we are fucking solving a problem of this sadness. We just want to solve a problem every fucking time so that the character can live. And why we want to want that character to live? So that this fucking pain will never emerge out of our body. We just yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, so we just don't, and I'm not, maybe a part of me wants expect people to do the right thing, but just a little part maybe. In reality, nothing actually matters to me nowadays. You do whatever you want to do. I also don't care for anyone. Yeah, I don't care for anyone nowadays. So you do whatever you want to do. But sometimes, even this, whatever I did this, I got a little angry. This is also a drama. I got angry. I was deriving pleasure in it. And in that moment, I was feeling very special. Hey, look. Hey, look, you are doing this, you are making this mistake. It's a status game, and I understand this. But still, I like to play it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm playing it. So yeah, this, I did not write the word happiness. Let me write it. It was a very interesting point. And you don't see dogs. You see dog happy. Dogs, when a dog is sitting in the park, when he is not eating food, and when there is no danger, there is no uh, dog which that dog does not know. When when an unknown dog comes in the territory of a dog, they bark. When such a dog is not there, and when the dog is not going after food, the dog is just sitting. You really think dog is happy? And and people are like, oh, maybe animals are not meant to be happy. Happiness is for only humans. एक तो ये भेड़चोद fascination, the one thing which pisses me the most about religion, because which I not hate but detest religion, one thing is that it continuously what's the point if I'm abusing in English as well, Kushal? Yeah, the the one thing which I continuously, one thing I detest, I hate about the religion is that it sells that human beings are far higher than animals. Why, sir, madam? Why? They will this tells you. And even in not in religion, a lot of philosophers and psychologists tells you that the consciousness of human beings are higher than animals. You are here for some noble purpose, for some grand purpose. My life kind of uh, changed drastically when I, you know, there were some people in my life when I actually, my life kind of changed when I actually started learning from animals. I mean, their lives are like best. I remember I had this problem of hatred. There were some people in my life, when I was performing very deep experiments for the enlightenment. I once I realized, not realized, I actually was experiment. I got to know that you are not supposed to have hatred towards others. If you have hatred with someone, then start to forgive them. Do something about it. And then I realized even that street dog has hatred as well. And hatred is actually good. Hatred is a good data which actually tells you to fucking stay away from that person. Why is it not okay to have hatred with some people? Let's say a man betrayed me very, very deeply, and then a spiritual master comes and tells me, don't hate the man. He must have done a lot of bad things in life, because of which he is passing his bad deeds to you. You should not hate him. It is because of his cause and effect causality, because of which actually you were bound to suffer. Like, अरे ओ भाई, bro, bro, it, yeah, nowadays there is this rule I follow. If something fucking hurts me, I take my revenge. I do not care. If I want to, of course, if I want to, I take my revenge whenever I want to. And basically, if I am eligible, like if a policeman hurts my ego, I cannot take my revenge against him, because then I will have survival uh, issues, because I can get into jail. Yeah. So, but yeah, when it is in my, औकात को क्या बोलते हैं भाई इंग्लिश में? when it is in my, भाई मेरे तो ईगो ही हट हो गई, औकात को क्या बोलते हैं इनमें इंग्लिश में? Very poor English, Khushal, very poor English. Yeah, when it is in my status, my status game, yeah. When it is in my status game, I try my best to take my revenge. So yeah, this hatred thing, I actually, I went to the park, and then a dog was barking on me. So I don't know, I was not very happy. I was actually very angry on that day, and I don't know why I showed my slipper to the dog so that the dog will get away from me. And then the neighbor dog came with him, and they started to attack me. So I escaped from that place. Uh, I escaped from that place. But after some days, the incident was of to around 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. Maybe that's why they were very arrogant, because in the night dogs have different kind of ego. So after a while, when I went again at the same place, the dog barked again at me, and I was like, hey, is that not hatred? You are a dog. Why are you? Why do you remember me? Why do you remember me? Don't bark. What is this? And I was like, oh, hatred is good. There is nothing wrong with hatred. Hatred is a good data. What is stupid is how to get rid of this hatred. How to get rid of this hatred. I'm getting angry. How to get rid of this anger? And anger is fine. Anger is fine. Dogs get angry. The pigeon gets angry. Animals get angry. I don't understand this fascination of human beings with, we have to be always, we have to be calm, a calm person. These calm people are the fucking most political people out there. I mean, that is just my personal experience. But yeah, I'm free to change it. Yeah, in my experience, these calmest people are the most political. The people who get angry a lot of time, I think they are, I don't know, there are no right and wrong. What the hell am I doing? Everyone just have this different personality out there. And there is recently a cat who used to come at my house, uh, gave two babies on the roof of my house. And and one of them was extremely uh, arrogant. Like like the cat was actually, it used to force force me to give the food. It used to tell me, it used to yell a lot. And there was this other cat who was very calm, and when I was serving food for to both the cats, that angry cat was eating all the food, and that calm cat was sitting at the corner. So my question is, if I'll ask that, which cat is better, that calm one or that angry cat? Well, the question is stupid. मैं ही चूतिया मुझे सवाल पूछ रहा हूं. It is fucking their personality. Why do a man has to change himself. Well, it makes sense if there is a very deep desire. Well, then you actually want to change. Fucking change. That fucking change. But it doesn't make sense if you are changing yourself for the sake of this this happiness, peace, truth, God, or whatnot. Um, yeah, okay, well, yeah. If you want to do, just do it. Again, why am I telling you to not do it? Yeah, do whatever you want, man. I just told you that. Uh, yeah, this page, very bad writing. Yeah, this page. I just told you that you can't. mm, If you don't escape through this, then what will you do? You will sit with the pain. Why will you sit with the pain? Because a random fucking YouTuber told you to sit with the pain. If you'll sit with the pain, I actually did it. I sat with the pain for at least 6 to 8 months, maybe a year. After that first metaphysical experience, I was in a very, I was in the state of fucking love for 2 weeks. It was extremely different. I'm talking about the experience of September 2023. And then after a month or two, a kind of a kind of depression started to emerge in my body, and I was fucking, I was just confused. Why? I did not have any problem in my life. I was earning good money. My family relations were good. Everything was good. Maybe I did not have a girlfriend at the time, but still, it did not make any sense that I'm having depression because I did not have any life partner. But it was something else, and it was very deep. It was so deep that I wanted to kill myself every single day. And I kind of understand this game. During those time, I was reading a lot of Western people who actually claimed themselves, if not enlightened, but at least closer to the truth. For instance, I was reading, I read a lot of J. Krishnamurti. Not a lot, but I think like there is this very popular book of him, Freedom from the Unknown. I was reading like when he write a sentence, I was asking why exactly did he spoke that word, and then how exactly is that particular line connected to the next line. I was very deeply involved in searching for this enlightenment thing, and if there is such a thing as truth or not. So yeah, I actually forgot why was I taking the names of all these people. Why was I? How was I connecting uh, this thing to philosophy? So yeah, let's leave it. Let's continue. Whatever was I saying? So yeah, I read J. Krishnamurti. I read this guy called G.I. Gurdjieff, Anthony D. Mello, David Hawkins, Papaji, Muji. But out of all the people I read, at the end, the man who made the most sense to me, even to this date, was UG Krishnamurti. I'm not a very big fan, but yeah, he was the best, one of the best. Not I don't want to sell him as well. That he listen to this guy. No, I don't want. Do whatever you want. But yeah, this man made uh, the most sense to me out of all. And all these people I read because all of them has some kind of confidence. For example, I started reading J. Krishnamurti because he was the first one to say that you do not actually need religion to get to the truth. So I was like, okay, yeah, well, let's give him a shot then. I like such confidence, and also I was lazy as well to read all these scriptures of Hinduism, which I was planning to do. So yeah, and uh, apart from UG Krishnamurti, there was this guy called Emil Cioran as well. But there was this problem with Emil Cioran, and even UG Krishnamurti also noticed it because they were alive at the same time. The problem with Emil Cioran was that he was he kind of see he saw through this game. He understand whatever I'm saying. He understood all this, or maybe I understood with the help of me, yeah, whatever, because they were born first, and I read them, read these people. Not I did not read Emil Cioran very deeply. I read his quotes, and I don't need to read that fucking Dostoevsky 400 500,000 page book. I can just read a quote of Dostoevsky, and I understand whatever he's saying. And we don't actually need to read people like Dostoevsky, Kafka, Schopenhauer, Camus, uh, Socrates, um, Nietzsche, whatever. There is no actually need. But yeah, if you, of course, if you want to, then you fucking do whatever you want to do. I'm repeating it again, and I have to, and I will again repeat it as well because it is very important. Just in case you think I'm trying to tell you a thing, but no matter whatever, no matter how much I say, do whatever you want. Uh, I'm making this video, huh? I'm making this video. There was this point in the series House of Cards that smart people uh, do not actually tell you to do things. They wait for you. They wait for you to talk, and then they suggest you in a way that you will be thinking that it's your thinking, but they are manipulating with you. So maybe it's possible. It is possible. I understand. It is possible. I'm making a. It's been 1.5 hours. There are a lot of things I might have said that some things there are something is being conveyed naturally. I cannot stop that. So yeah. So yeah, even if I'm saying do whatever you want, that's in a way I'm playing chess, and I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I'm not a pure guy. I'm not a I'm not a I'm not a man of honor. I'm a fucking scammer. I'm saying it at your fucking face that I'm a scammer. Do whatever you want to do. And how am I a scammer? Well, because I'm in a way, even in implicitly, कौन सा word था वो साला है मैं I'm fucking not reading. I'm fucking I forgot the English language. Explicit versus implicit. No, I will read. I will understand it right now only. Fuck, मेरी चैट जीपीटी की हिस्ट्री दिख रही है क्या? Explicit. Yeah, implied was the word. So yeah, this suggestion is going to be implied, and but why did I say and I'm a scammer? I said this because I'm even in implied way I am telling you what to do. So just because I'm telling you what to do, I'm a scammer? Yes. Because I am not telling you in the context of power, money. I'm not telling you anything which is going to give you higher survival chances. And if your life will fall into things like philosophy like this, your survival chances are going to be degraded massively. So it's kind of actually very bad situation. You will be actually in a very bad situation if you will if you actually understand what I'm trying to say. But majorly, I said that I'm a scammer because I'm telling you what to do, and we humans are in this suffering. It's because people have told us in the past, have told us what to do. The when a man is actually escaping through all these things, all these things, society comes and says, "Hey, don't drink alcohol. It's bad. Don't eat chocolate. It's bad. Wake up on time. Sleep on time. Do this. Do that. Then you will be fucking happy." This habit of telling you what to do. This the reason behind who was the first one to tell you what to do. I mean, not talking in your lifespan, but in the history of mankind, who were the first people to tell you what to do? This morality thing, the right thing, tell the right thing to do. This morality is the baby of religion. It was religion only. If only a man could actually escape. Like, I recently watched this movie called Leaving Las Vegas, and in that movie, a man was an alcoholic, and his state was getting worse and worse. And then his manager told him, his manager actually fired him from the job. And then, instead of getting rid of that addiction of alcohol, the man decided to go to Las Vegas and live and die while drinking alcohol for the rest of his life, for however month is remaining. That's what he did. And that is exactly what happens when you do not when you are when you don't listen to actually when you don't listen to the culture, when you don't listen to society, or when you don't listen to morality, religion, or whatever. But ever since a man is born, ever since a baby is born, the baby is told, the baby is given the gift of morality, and it takes his entire life. The entire life, the baby is, even when the baby is matured, he goes through that, do this, don't do this, do this, that don't do this this chaos of choices is what actually kills him. There was this scene in the same movie, Leaving Las Vegas, in which a man actually falls in love with a prostitute in that movie, and the prostitute ask him, why do you drink so much? Is drinking is a way to kill yourself? Then he replies with, no, killing myself is why I drink. You see, he actually answered this thing. The pain of that expression of fear, which emerges when you stop listening to the culture, the pain actually deepens. I do not know it when it ends. I don't know when it ends. I died in 2024, and whenever I come alive, I still go through this pain. I still go through this pain every single night. Yeah, part of me not making this video was also because my video is not actually very much safe. People will be like, what kind of fucking advice are you are giving? I'm not giving any advice, but still you gave example of an alcoholic who fucking wasted his life. Yeah, this is what happens. I told you, when the man becomes a man of the truth, I mean, when he actually genuinely wants to do whatever he wants to do, the survival chances are gone. You have your survival chances now. That is why you are suffering. Human being has the most highest survival chances out there. And this morality, I think in the month of September, I told you, right? September 2024, I died. In the August of 2024, I I wrote a story in my mind only, that the story was something like, see, we humans are actually raping the earth. Do you see this or not? If you don't see this, oh, what should I say to you? Well, if you don't see this, then I don't know. Then ask ChatGPT. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking of saying something negative, then I thought of something positive. Positive thinking, yeah. Yeah, then ask ChatGPT if we are raping the earth or not. ChatGPT will tell you in a very humble way. No, we are not raping. Hut sala, don't ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT sala dogla hai. It only talks good things about humans. Read that book, The Sixth Extinction. I haven't read it, but I have read the summary. Okay, from ChatGPT only. Read that book from Sixth Extinction. The thing is, ever since the human species is born on the planet, all other species are being extinct day by day, and the environment is fucked up. Everything is fucked up. The earth is fucked up, basically. And that is exactly why I also don't believe in the karma of religion. Sorry, I also do not believe in the concept of karma, because if there would have been such a thing as karma, that if you do bad things, bad things will happen to you. Dude, human species is fucking raping the earth from God knows how long. Why the hell am I seeing these motherfuckers are still out there? Why do not are they being vanished from the earth? That is the best example out there. Why the concept of karma is bullshit. I know people can counter it, and I can counter that as well. Hey, you can about this concept of karma. You talk. You can talk about in comments. I'll reply. I don't know how much traction I'm going to get on the video. Maybe I will hardly get 10 views. Yeah, so whatever. Because I am not planning to post it on Instagram. I'm just too shy. Or maybe I will. I don't know. I actually don't like to fix things up. I am a full-time hypocrite, and I like it. I think there is this freedom in it, in being an hypocrite. You can do whatever you want, you can say whatever you want, and then you can do exactly the opposite of whatever you said. So it's good. But yeah, well, people don't like it. People want to fixate things to your image, that hey, this is Khushal, he is good guy, he talk good things about religion, and then all of a sudden he's talking against religion. A part of them is actually triggered. It's a natural reaction. So if you'll be a hypocrite, people won't like you, but you'll like it. So yeah, that's here. See, I just gave you an advice. I told you, no matter how much I try, I will end up giving some advice, but sometimes I'm a man of my word as well. All this game of words is just pieces of chess. It just chess. It's all bullshit. That's my whole point. If you knew nothing, then every time you will feel pain, you will go and escape, and then you will escape from another thing. You will escape another thing, and then one day you will lie. But uh, the most serious pain of suffering is in the drama of suffering. That I am in this pain, what to do about it? I am in this pain, what to do about it? If someone will take all the words from you, your suffering will be gone. And when I'm talking about suffering, I talked about two types of suffering, right? This mental pain and this bodily pain. When I'm saying all the suffering will be gone, all those mental suffering will be gone, and then the bodily pain will start to emerge, and then you will escape in whatever ways you would like to escape. So even this. Let me make another drawing. It's very important. Yeah, I told you that there is this fear actually stores itself here, and the moment it starts to express, we escape we escape through alcohol, people, food, drama, talking, sex, or whatever. Okay. I I don't want to talk about religion, but let me. The religion. The I'm against religion, but I'm not totally against religion, because religion is like my parents. I mean, parents brings you into this world, but they never wanted for you to suffer. They did it because everyone else around was doing it, so they brought you into this world. Their intentions were never to hurt you. Their intentions were never to give you that existential pain, that depression, trauma, fear, whatever. That was never their intention. Same is the case with religion. It's like, if you have seen the series of the show called Dog, not a spoiler alert. It's but one interesting thing of season one. A very little spoiler alert from season one. Not a spoiler. It's just a very good movement alert. A very good movement spoiler. Yeah, not a big spoiler. Okay, you can still watch Dark. I don't think anyone can spoil Dark because it's very unique in its own way. Yeah. So whatever. Yeah. So basically, what happens in the Dark is that people are stuck in a time loop from 1800 to 2050, and then the loops keeps on repeating, and then there is this man called Jonas. There is this scene in which he found this god particle and the time machine through which people were traveling from the past to the future in that time loop. Yeah. And the time machine through which people were traveling from the past to the future and from the future to the past, everyone was going here and there. So what he did was he found a god particle, and then he went at the place of the time machine and destroyed the time machine. And boom, what happened? Well, the time machine was born. But he went there to destroy it. Yeah, that's exactly why I don't hate religion much. Because the intention of the religion was to end the suffering only. But it was the religion only who ended up creating the suffering in the first place. But you might be asking, why religion made an attempt to end the suffering? Well, you would say people were started to, in the past, people must have started to escape when this was happening, when this pain was emerging, uh, when the character wanted to break itself apart, the pain was emerging. Oh, I just made a statement. Character wants to break itself apart. I remember I made a statement in earlier as well, in the earlier part of the video. Uh, Let me just write it if I forgot it. Character break. I'll talk about it. Yeah. So what Jonas, the protagonist, the Jonas, wanted to end this fucking time loop, but he did not know that he was the one who actually created it. And that's exactly what religion did as well. Religion, the intentions of religion were only to end the suffering, but religion did not know that it was the one who created the suffering in the first place. How? How did it create the suffering? By giving the ugly gift of morality. Do this and don't do this. But why do this? So that your life will be peaceful. Ha! Why would you go after religion? For peace, huh? For peace. You are in a man is in a lot of chaos in his life, and he thinks peace is the answer. Peace is the answer. Everyone have a different definition of peace as well, because it's a fucking another trick to keep the character in the continuation state of solving the problem of finding the peace. But it's not possible. A man who is claiming he is at peace, fucking scammer, fucking scammer. There is no peace. As long as you are, there is no peace. You are the fucking virus of the computer. The virus is never supposed to be at peace. It is just that the virus has some experiences. Virus has some, let me just not use the word consciousness. Virus has is somehow able to experience whatever is going on inside the computer. So it is going on Google Chrome, Recycle Bin, everywhere. And then the virus is tired. The thing is, the virus is tired. Now one might ask, then what's the antivirus then? Okay, the virus is tired and the virus cannot kill himself. What's the antivirus? I don't know. I really wish I could. I really wish I did know, but I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But I think everything a virus is doing to, let's just say you understood. Let's say you understood that, okay, that death is the only salvation out there. Now how will I reach death? Sir, you are not designed to actually reach death. You are designed to continuously solve problems. That's what our existence is all about. We are fucking continuously problem solving machine. And if you want, if after watching this video, a very deep desire has emerged in you to actually find out the answers, and go find out the answer. Go find a way to. I think I think a man should actually. If a man wants to go find the answer, he should. I also went down and tried and found all the answers, and in that, and after searching a lot, in that state of hopelessness, the search for the answers just dropped itself, and then I was left with nothing except my mere wants, except my mere simple wants. So yeah, do whatever you want to do, man. This thing, one very interesting thing, that this thing called hope. If you'll watch, both movies comes in the top 10 IMDb, right? One movie is Fight Club, and another movie is Shawshank Redemption. If you'll watch Shawshank Redemption, you will understand the importance of, you will understand how much hope is important in your life. And if you'll watch Fight Club, you will understand the futility of how hope is actually killing you. Then is hope good or bad? Well, first of all, there is no such thing as good or bad, but it is just that when the question is of higher survival chances, hope is good. Hope is good. Just say tick लगा ले. Like in the Shawshank Redemption, he was in a prison and he wanted to escape for his higher survival chances. But when the question is about peace, truth, God, happiness, you hope that one day you will do this and you will be happy, you will do this, you will be peaceful, you will do this, you will be blissful, you will be at ease. That's exactly when hope is not good. Like in the movie Fight Club. That's why even in even science as well, if science is providing you higher survival chances, science is good. But then science comes and talks about, psychologists come and talks about peace, how to get rid of this depression. Was there a need to get rid of this depression? Yeah, I understand. You can get relief if you will. If you go to therapy and yeah, do if you want to, then do it. Why am I telling you that? Then do it. Do whatever you want. I just wanted to say that this this fear, at the utmost state of hopelessness, when the man has drank all the alcohol, when the man has had a lot of sex, when the man is done with the pleasures of the mankind, then a man actually become depressed. People think if they'll achieve their dreams, they will become happy. But what happens is when they actually achieve their dreams, they become depressed, and then they search for the meaning of life. So what happens is, when a man actually uh, does whatever he found, whatever he always wanted to do, the pain starts to express all those escape a man did every time he ate a chocolate, every time he was feeling bad and he talked with his girl, every time. And just because I'm saying, oh, he's escaping through his girl, through his relationship, that does not mean I don't do it. I do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do. I don't like to fixate things in life. Maybe sometimes I do, but not fixating things is yet another fixation as well. So yeah, everything is bullshit. So yeah, this pain starts to emerge, and You might have heard about the concept of kundalini. I'll explain to you what kundalini is. Kundalini is body way of expression of releasing the expression. There are actually two ways of expression of the kundalini. First kundalini I'll talk, which is the most contemporary, most accepted term, which in which there is this chakra, this chakra, this chakra, this chakra, this chakra, and then what people does is that they focused on this particular chakra, then they focus on this particular chakra, they focus on this particular, all drama. If you'll do this, you will have some metaphysical experiences, very blissful experiences, very pleasurable, very lovable experiences, and then you will get back to your life. So it's a fucking game. Better to eat, drink an alcohol, or maybe no, I should not. I can't say this, right? Yeah. Well, I hope you get what I wanted to say, but I could not. So yeah, this is all a drama. But the real kundalini is this only, which I told you, the fear, bottom of the spine, and at the chest, and sometimes at the head as well. They are trying to express themselves in their own way, which is very, very painful. Very, very painful. That's why, the pain, it's about the personality of the people. Some people somehow lands upon a state where they are just not able to connect to the people. That is simply because this pain is trying to express itself out. And I'm so sorry to say this, but do what feels right to you. I myself think of killing myself every other day. Maybe I will someday. Maybe I think I'll see for a few more years, and then I'll end it all. I'm just unable to care about other beings, even my family members and friends and everyone. Maybe because I see the politics of the relation. No relationship out there can survive without politics. And they all talk about love. All those escapism I talked about, alcohol, chocolate, talking to people, drama. The biggest escapism of all is the escapism of love. And when I'm saying escapism, and it sounds like, oh, you should not escape, but please, I don't just do whatever you want. I'm openly saying escape in whatever way you like. The pain is so deep, yeah, do whatever you want. But when a man escapes to chocolate, it's fine. When a man escapes to alcohol, it's fine. But when a man escapes with the help of another person, every time he feels bad, he goes to the person and then it feels okay. The person then, I give an example. Let's say you are in a relationship with a woman, and one day your boss got angry at you and you are feeling sad. So every time you feel sad, you talk to her, and every time you talk to her, that sadness is gone. But it's not gone, it is postponed. That sadness was actually the trigger of this emotion, this expression of this pain, that life is fucking meaningless, there is no meaning to it, end it all, end it all, end it all, end it all, because it's so much painful. And I actually forgot. Oh, maybe because it's 5. Hmm. So every time a person was feeling sad, he went out his to his girl, he talked with her, and there was this bandage she applied, which actually covered the pain. It did not cure the pain. No human being, no love, no nothing has the power to actually cure that pain. No, nothing can do it. Everyone, human being is a master of postponing the pain. So every time, every time he feels bad, he goes after her. And even normal day, there is sort of this existential pain, there is a little sense of sadness, a little sadness, but when you talk to a girl, it feels good. So even that is sort of an escapism. And then one day the man goes through a breakup, and then what happens? And then all those pain, all those times he felt sad, I told you, no human can cure that sadness, no fucking love can cure that sadness. That emotion emerged all at once, and then he's broke, then he's fucking broke, he's heartbroken. That is that is one of the best time that this pain points trigger the deepest. And that's when the man goes to a therapist or to a friend. Hey, I'm in pain, do something, do something, do something. I'm not telling you, hey, don't go to another person, be in that pain, stay in that pain. Stay in that pain only if you want to. Otherwise, escape. Yeah, the pain is so deep. What could we do? We are in a fucking maze. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a maze. So yeah, the biggest escapism out there is the escapism of human, and it's fine. The people in the spiritual world say attachment is bad. No, attachment is good. I think attachment is great. And now you'll be saying, hey, I'm against of attachment. I'm not even against of attachment as well. The thing is, using attachment as an escapism from that sadness is what makes you unhealthily is a word, negatively attached. And I'm not saying that don't use sadness. I still do it. I still do it. I'm saying this, and last month I was crying for this girl. Hey, please don't go, please don't go. So so yeah, please don't expect me to be some, just because I'm saying this thing, please don't expect me to be some enlightened aura or something. I'm just a regular guy. uh, if uh, if if I have to say a difference between my past self or my right now, or maybe you and me, is that uh, I die every single day. Or no, that sounds like a binary, that sounds like there is such a thing as death and aliveness. But there is only one thing I can say I know, that which could be used as a differentiating factor from me and another person, there's only one thing, just one thing. I only know one thing, that there is no such thing as birth and death, and that's it. Fucking it. That's it. That's fucking it. Nothing else to it. And even to say that there is no such thing as birth and death, I'm taking a lot of reference points uh, from the uh, from the language of human beings. So yeah, even that is bullshit. Where everything is bullshit, then you will might wonder, hey, bhaichod, if everything is bullshit, तो bhaichod बोल कर रहा है फिर तू, then fucking shut up, then fucking stop making this video. I can actually stop making this video, but I told you, I don't have any free will. I mean, I think I talked for like more than 2 hours, so I can now stop because I'm feeling very good now that I finally talked on the camera. But yeah, you think all from the past 2 hours I've been talking, you really think I'm talking things and there are some, you have been connecting my things to your life and this and that, oh this makes sense, this is bullshit, you're judging everything here. But the thing is, I'm not saying anything. I only said one word in the last 2 hours. And what's that word? Pain, 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 pain. If there was no pain, I wouldn't be making this video. Like for instance, if a couple is going on a date, you don't think they're talking? No, they're not talking. What are they talking? Lust, 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 loneliness, 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 loneliness. When two aunties are talking with each other, what are they talking about? They are not talking about anything. They're simply talking pleasure, 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 pain, 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 pain. If there was no pain, they wouldn't be talking with each other. It's like a dog. Well, a dog barks as well sometimes randomly. So yeah, the problem with human beings is that they, that penguin who actually left the world to go die. The problem with human beings is they want to fucking understand everything. They can never accept the simple fact that a street dog is far intelligent than any human in history ever born. Not talking from higher survival chances context, please. Again, I'm making this thing clear. Then you might be wondering, oh, I talked this much now, but what's the point of your video? Well, there is no point. Yeah, no point. I just wanted to make this video for a very long time, and I made it. Maybe one point could be that I told you, right? I forgot telling you one thing, that the biggest escapism was the escapism of human being. Control that नहीं हो रहा. So the biggest escapism was the escapism of human being, and I believe whatever happened to me, part of me deeply believes that it was meant to be. I did all the experiment of enlightenment just so that one day I could make a YouTube video and tell you I did this, I did that, I did this, I did this, and then I died one day. Did not get anything, no enlightenment, no nothing, fucking nothing, man. चचूतिया कर दिया अपना. But one thing, I have this doubt that once I understand the political nature of, not understand is a weak word. Once I realized in my bones the political nature of the people who say to me that they love me, that kind of made me very deeply detached to human species, and that kind of bring about that kind of sparked the pain which actually killed me. I think maybe that was the thing, understanding the politics of people who loved me. I'm not telling you to, yeah, don't believe in love. Yeah, love by all means. You never know, even I can love as well. Hmm. I recently watched this movie called Meet Joe Black, in which the protagonist was death. So I kind of consider myself death as well. So, and he fall in love with a woman. So I think I can I can as well. So please don't expect me to, whatever I said, please don't expect me to follow whatever I said. I mean, I'm saying this, but I can do. I told you, you think I'm talking, but just pain, 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 and nothing else. We really think we are talking because we want to make we want to make sense of everything. We want to understand things, right? And that's the point. That's my point, that we are using the knowledge of everything to feel alive. Knowledge is data. Data gives that higher survival. That data gives body, the tension of the body is shifted towards that higher survival chances, and the work of destroying the character part which can lead a man to death is just not happening. That's why I want to know everything. That's why most of the people are not going to like my video, because there is no point. There's no point, and you want a point. Every time you want a point, so that you could make a belief, and then you will live upon that. You will live upon that. I But there's no point in my video. There's no point. There's just nothing. And I know this video is going to people are going to say you are only making us confused. Arey fucking, that's the point, na? That's the point. That confuse, you want to know things. You always want to know things. That confusion is what actually leads a man to death, only if you want to. And there is nothing you can do to actually reach that, and there is no need as well, because even if you die, then you don't see any benefits whenever you are alive. You know, when this happened to me, when I died very first time, I was having this difficulty understanding. Whenever my friend is showing up, everything is back, my world is back, my dreams are back, everything is back, and then my friend goes, and then I don't know where the hell am I, what exactly is going. And in the initial stage, I thought that, oh, maybe I am enlightened and I should behave in a way that, hey, my friend, don't bring about my character this and that. With time, I realized it's all bullshit. I'm not enlightened on something, I'm just fucking dead. And there is no free will. If you want to fucking kick him, kick him. If you don't feel like kicking him, don't kick him. Do whatever you want to do, man. So yeah, the thing is, there is no point, and we don't like chaos. We always want to know things, and I'm I'm sorry, I have nothing to tell, which is this might seems very hypocritical, since I talked for almost 2.5 hours, and I'm saying there is nothing to tell. But I just told you, there is just pain, 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 pain. Whew. Thinking if I should continue or should I stop. I think I'm done. I'm thinking if I should make another video in the future. Actually, I don't think a lot about my future as well. I was thinking about a point. You know, uh, or the body has this, always there is this attention in the body. Usually, when the character or character is alive, the attention is always inside our mind. Okay, do this, do that, do that, do that. I see this the political mind, always trying to measure things, always trying to judge things, always trying to know things. And when the mind understands the futility of everything, that everything is bullshit, and this fucking people, this human species is their love is actually all political, then when it understands the futility of it, the tension naturally drops down to the body, to the bottom of the spine, and then oh, nothing glamorous happened, but it just, that pain takes you to the nothing, to nothingness. Even if a man goes through all this pain, he's not going to get any enlightenment or something. He will just not, he will just be in the state of numbness. And I think there is this concept in psychology as well. I don't know, whatever. It was something, it started with A or something, in which you aren't able to feel anything. Like it was also in the scene of The Sopranos, that in which the therapist was asking the protagonist, like, do you feel depressed? And then he answered, I don't feel nothing. So yeah, that this is actually what happens when the man is done. And then it's up to you. You have to live or you have to end it all. There's no right and wrong. There's nothing like, oh, you should not bring baby into this world, you should not do this, you should not do that. Every fucking thing is just a status game. You feel very good when you talk about things. Like, I'm feeling very good, I'm talking about, I'm feeling extremely good. But yeah, people like to fixate things and then talk about and then post status about it. Because when you talk about things, our body, we fool our body into thinking that we are actually taking actions, and then we feel good, so we continuously talk about it. I'm not saying please don't talk good. I think it's fine, because the pain is so deep. I think human trauma is fine as well. That auntie which continuously talk for each other, continuously talk with each other for hours, I think they are fine as well. I think everything is fine. Oof. Yeah, uh, now it feels like a little force. I'm very tired as well, so let me stop it right now. Yeah, yeah, I guess. Mm, mm. I'm thinking, if I don't make another video, I'm thinking if I want to say something, an important thing. Mm, yeah, one thing. Uh, oh, it is very hypocritical, but still, maybe, yeah, yeah, but still, I would say, I just wanted to. This is just a request. Please don't tell others what to do. Please, at least, if not tell others, at least please don't tell me what to do. When you are when you are at a downfall in your life, everyone thinks themselves as the king, and because of all of everything that happened to me, I have difficulty in communicating with normal people. So I kind of twist my words to make a conversation smooth. but but yeah, what I don't like is when people shows up and then they implicitly or explicitly tells you what to do, what's the right thing to do, just because they have earned some money, or maybe what's right in life, what's wrong in life. अरे बोल लो बहन, तुम वो भी बोलते छोड़ो गाना भरा। कुछ नहीं बोल रहा, मेरा हो गया यार, yeah, I'm done. And maybe I'll make another video if I feel like it some other day. You know, interestingly, the video which I made last year in the January was also of 2.5 hours. हो गया, मैं बकचोदियाँ मार रहा हूँ, चलो, गुड बाय।